Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong 64. In the last episode we tried to get in here to the ballroom with Tiny, and we ended up failing that. So in this episode we're actually going to be able to do that. Back in here with the awesomely creepy music, kicking out a Kasha. And let's see what's over the rail here. Yep, looks like we do have something here for Tiny. It's a monkey port with some collectables. See where this monkey port takes us. To an unmarked section of the level. With a scale model of what looks like a building here. As well as a banana fairy flitting around. Let's go ahead and get out our camera and take a picture. If she'll stop moving for about 10 seconds. Missed. Yes, this is going to be one of those frustrating fairies, I can tell already. Hold still for a second, Miss Fairy. I just want to take a picture. It's not anything... Miss Fairy, please. Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Fairy. Now you're back home with your friends and your family, where you belong. Anyway, you guys wouldn't believe the amount of trouble that I had getting this recording started. I have to, with the microphone now that I'm actually using instead of not using it, I'm having a hard time re-leveling everything that I had been using as my recording software previously. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and head into the scale model. And it turns out this is actually a scale model of Frantic Factory. And our friend the race car is back. Hey Tiny, it's me again. I've managed to get a hold of another shiny banana, but if you can beat me in another 2-lap race and get all 10 coins, it's all yours. Press Z to speed up and use the control stick to steer. Ready? Here we go. This is the second most fun thing of this level. The first being the minecart with Donkey Kong. This is basically a sort of remember the seal race in Gloomy Galleon? Well, this is the same kind of thing, only with Tiny. You have a certain amount of gates that you can miss. You obviously, the goal is to beat the race car to the end of the track over 2 laps. It's not as hard as I'm making it look right now. I'm just getting used to the sensitivity of the controls a little bit. They are very sensitive, but they aren't like horribly bad at things like they're not bad controls. They're just a tiny bit awkward if you're not used to them. And all you have to do is beat the car. You don't have to, like, aside from getting the coins, you don't have to get, like, a special item or anything like that. But unfortunately, this race is a bit harder than his first race. Remember his first race way back in Frantic Factory, where he had, different things that you could do, cheats that you could use to blow him up, get him off the track, things like that. You don't have anything in this game. This is all pure racing. You have to take the best line through the course, you have to go as fast as you can, you have to not hit any of the obstacles, and you win! Easy peasy. Not, like I said, not hard, but not easy either. It's not fair. You can't have beat me and got enough coins. I suppose you'll be wanting my only possession now. I don't know why he's talking like William Shatner all of a sudden. And guess what, folks? I believe we just completed Tiny. Maybe not completely completed Tiny. Let me check her whether or not we got a blueprint yet. We did, but we don't have all of our bananas. So let me just take this teleport to this side. This is a part of the level that we're going to be visiting later with another Kong. That we actually can't reach this part of it, and we would just be teased by the sight of a banana behind it and an almost invisible wall of glass. But since we got them, that's that. Now you might be thinking, where are the rest of Tiny's bananas? We only have 71, and yet we've got all of our golden bananas already. Well, simple. They're actually out in the main area on the castle. Remember Donkey had all those bananas that he had climbing around the outside of the castle? Well, Tiny has some too. We were collecting them at the end of the last episode. In this episode, we're going to go and finish getting those, because that's the key to 100%ing Tiny. That's all we've got left to do with her. And then after that, we'll be moving on to Chunky and Diddy, and then we'll be doing Lanky last. Just because Lanky, well, let's just say I haven't gotten over how badly the beetle race ticked me off in Crystal Caves. So I'm taking it out on Lanky. Go ahead and We've already got 75. We can just keep climbing the outside of the castle and find most of the rest of them. I don't know if I don't think all 100 will be here, but there might be like 5 I'm missing or so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there'll be a whole bunch at the top that I just can't think of off the top of my head. But it seems like there aren't going to be quite enough. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. Because there's 5 more here, and then I believe there's a bunch at the top. Yep, there it is. So that's all of them. We just 100% Tiny in the final level of the game. Now, I'm going to go back down to the bottom of the castle, and we're going to switch to Chunky. And we'll start him off here. That's why I like the linearity of this level much better than the way that Crystal Caves or Gloomy Galleon is designed, because in this level, you can basically start in one place, and then just take the Kong that you start with around the entire castle and collect everything for them in one swoop, instead of having to keep coming back and forth with Kongs from different spots and everything like that. Let's go in the Hollow Tree first. You recall that there was some things in here for Donkey, but also over here... Again, this is something that you can't do without the sniper scope, because the minute you step on these vines here, that switch over there closes off, and there's no way to get it without having the sniper scope attachment on your rifle and being able to actually hit the target from there. While we're here, we might as well get this banana balloon. If I can hit it. I was holding down Z there, my bad. Where did it go? Where did that banana... What? I guess you just can't see it from when you're zoomed in. There. That's that. Okay. Now this banana barrel. We're going to be cutting a lot out of this, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my commentary out here, and I'll just go ahead and tell you right now, it's Beaver Bother again. It's the same exact Beaver Bother that we've been doing, except it's the hardest version of Beaver Bother in the game. So, I will be cutting footage until I show you my successful attempt at this. Okay? See you guys once I finish this.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Alright, so, I have a bit of explaining to do. All that you saw right there, that ending part of Chunky's Beaver Bother, was actually recorded separately from the beginning part of this episode, due to the fact that, well, my N64 froze, and I couldn't get it booted up again. I had played for 45 minutes. Most of that in Beaver Bother. So, I actually am incredibly unenthused about the prospect of continuing this episode, considering how much I'm going to have to cut out. But I honestly don't even remember how much that is. So, I'm just going to go and get one more golden banana with Chunky, and then we'll call it good. I'm not going to bother getting those coins. Yeah, it was incredibly frustrating to play Beaver Bother for a half hour and then have my N64 freeze and leave me pretty much unable to finish what I had spent almost a full hour doing. But them's the breaks, I suppose. Let's Player's curse has to bite sometime. It was frustrating. I ended up yelling several times during the recording of how many times I got close and couldn't quite carry to the finish, Beaver Bother. That last one that you saw was easily my best run-through of it. My other run-throughs of that weren't even close to being that good. That was the first time I'd even gotten close to, you know, winning it. And you know what the sick thing is? We're gonna have to do it again. That's right. Beaver Bother's so nice, they make us play it twice. Or so horrible that they make us play it twice. 2 of the last minigames in the entire game are Beaver Bother. Boy. Oh well. So we're just gonna come in here to the crypt. Remember I said that there was something in here for Donkey, his minecart race, and there's also something in here for Diddy and also Chunky. Well, let's do Chunky's now, since it's fairly easy and quick, and I wanted to add something else onto this episode aside from just a bunch of Beaver Bother outtakes. You can break open these coffins on the side of the room for bananas and some other items. And then nothing essential. If you want to get to where the golden banana is here, you have to break it open the sarcophagus in the middle, I think. Maybe there's actually, no, I'm wrong. The golden banana's here.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Thank goodness it's just Searchlight Seek instead of another round of Beaver Bother, eh? I'm just gonna commentate over this one since I should be able to finish this first try. Considering how hard Beaver Bother is, you want to take out your frustrations on claptraps. This is the perfect minigame to do it. So yeah, this is actually recorded 2 whole days after the end of after where I left off last time, since I had to work all day yesterday and I didn't want to try to record after I got home at late again, because that's what happened to me the time before. I tried to record late at night, and not only was my commentary somewhat disjointed, as you heard, but I was frustrated, and once I got to Beaver Bother, I was just like, okay, I'm done. There we go. See, I told you we'd be able to get it first try. It's not that hard of a game, it's just, you know, fun. Right? So 2 golden bananas with Chunky. We're still lacks his blueprints and, obviously a lot of his bananas. Now, you can jump up on the sarcophagus like I'm going to do. Just slam it, and then a whole bunch of enemies will spawn. I don't think it gives you anything if you beat them, but I'm going to do it just because I want to blow off some steam after spending another, like, 10 minutes-ish on Beaver Bother after the 40 minutes that I spent last time. So, yeah, therapy. I mentioned it before. This game is all about therapy. You gotta balance out the good with the bad with the good. And really, I think that that's the reason that this game got so many low scores in gaming reviews and things like that, was because of Beaver Bother. In all honesty, it was just Beaver Bother. If Beaver Bother hadn't been in this game, it would have been a perfect game. Die. Okay, so we've still got quite a lot to do here in Creepy Castle with Chunky, but I'm going to leave most of it off until the next episode because, again, I don't know how much I'm going to have to edit down from the last one. So I will leave you guys off here with Let's Play Donkey Kong 64, and I will see you guys in the next part where hopefully there's far less frustration for us to have to deal with. Later.